Folks, it was just a regular small town. Somewhere out there in this beautiful country we call the United States of America. Yep, just a regular small town. Just like all the other regular small towns that dot the landscape of this great nation of ours. Oh, it had its main street. It had its corner diner. It had its public swimming pools. And of course, it had its people! And so regular, so American, so normal, and Norman Rockwellian were they, that you could look at them and tell everything you needed to know about them. For example, you could look at that lady on the end over there, and you could know that she is super excited because she just won something in a raffle. On the count of 3, I want you to scream out what she won in that raffle. 1, 2, 3!
Honey! Chicken!
Yes, a chicken. This gentleman here, you could look right at him and you could tell that he just came back from someplace very exciting. On the count of 3, shout out where he came back from. 1, 2, 3!
Walmart!
Say again?
Zimbabwe.
Yes! He came back from Zimbabwe. Such a nice place, I had him say it 3 times. And this woman right here, you could look at her and you could know that right away she has something that she keeps in her attic that was handed down to her from her parents, that she treasures more than anything else in the world. Someone over there, shout out on the count of 3. What is it? 1, 2, 3!
Grandma!
What?
What was that?
Grandma.
Yes, it's her grandma. That she keeps in her attic. That was handed down to her from her mother. Just a regular small town. Oh, I forgot. There is one way in which this town is not exactly like the others. And that is, just relatively recently, this small town was invaded by zombies. Thank you. Yes, that's right. This small town filled with regular people like this.
A woman who's super excited because she just won a chicken in a raffle.
A man who has recently returned from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
And a woman who keeps her hand-me-down grandmother in her attic.
That's right. These regular people were invaded by zombies. But not your ordinary zombie, oh no. These people were invaded by very unique, shape-shifting, brain-eating zombies from space! With the uncanny ability to take the shape of the first human being they devour. And so, at the top of our story, nobody in the town knows which one of them are just normal human beings. Which one, and only one, is the mythical zombie killer? The only person with the ability to kill a zombie. And which ones of them, how many of them, have already become zombie? Is anybody in the audience celebrating a birthday today?
Woo! Yes. Yes. Woo!
Won't you stand up, sir?
Amazing.
It is always important that the cards of fate are shuffled by someone with birthday luck. If I were you, I would use that wish to wish for a good outcome. Shuffle up the cards, sir.
Careful.
That was very thorough. You should applaud this man.
28.
My friends, sit back. Hold on tight to someone you love. For we are about to serve you up a tale composed with the entire alphabet of horror, in which A is for apocalypse, B is for brain buffet, and Z is for zombie.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program, The Real Housewives of Trailer Park County, with this breaking news. Police are receiving more calls from local residents on the outskirts of town who are reporting strange activity from various people who they claim to be zombies. The sheriff's office is stating that these calls should not be a cause for alarm, for they are most likely Halloween pranks. Nonetheless, a few animals have been found torn from limb to limb. Also, 2 missing person cases have been reported in the town next door. Residents are advised to call in any strange behavior that they may encounter. More news at 11.
Jim, I got the fire going on. The room should warm up nicely. How you doing over there?
Well, not great, Dennis. I've been going over these books all afternoon, and if we don't have the best Halloween ever, we're just not going to be able to keep the pumpkin patch open. We're going to have to sell the farm.
Dennis, we'll figure it out. You're the best engineer this town has ever seen.
I know, I just feel like maybe I put all my eggs into one basket with that trip to Zimbabwe.
But you're a worldly man. That trip to Zimbabwe opened your mind to new culture, new experiences.
I know, and I found these high-yield seeds. The best and biggest pumpkins like nothing else in the Tri-County area. But listen, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I mean, kids these days, they're not interested in a pumpkin patch, you know? When Mom and Dad used to run this place, it was Americana. People would come out for the corn maze and the tractor rides. And now I think kids these days, they just want something scary. They want someone to jump out of the bushes and scream in their face.
Well, why don't we give them that?
I don't want to give them that.
Well, why not? Jim, we've been brothers ever since I was born. And we gotta do something lively, something with pizzazz. You're my older brother. You scared me when I was a little kid.
And remember how Mom and Dad reacted? I was grounded for weeks. Dad's practically rolling over in his grave hearing you say that. He always wanted a family-friendly pumpkin patch.
Rolling over in his grave. That should be the theme.
Are you kidding me right now?
Not our dad's literal grave, but we could have fake bodies in graves and pretend to come out like zombies or something.
Jeez, I don't know.
Jim, it's gonna do wonders. for the whole patch, and we don't have to sell the farm, and we could unite as brothers and do something together for once. You know, I got to tell you, Jim, when you went to Zimbabwe and seen the world, I was lonely here and a little jealous.
Really?
Yeah, I've always looked up to you.
I'm sorry I didn't invite you. It was just it was a bit of a journey for myself, you know, a journey of self-discovery. I've only ever known this small town, and I thought, you know, where's the farthest place I could get from Aardvark, Alabama? And I looked down a map, and I thought, Zambia? No. That's not even far enough. Zimbabwe.
And you did that, Jim. So, now that you're back, and we're standing here in the living room that we both grew up in, the fire is stoked.
It's getting warm. You always made a great fire.
You know, Mom, she's having a hard time, you know? And I think that us as brothers uniting together will really liven Mom's spirits too. So let's do the whole rolling over your grave. Rolling around the grave. What's the word again?
Yeah, rolling over in your grave.
Yeah,
you got it.
Let's just do that. I could dress up as a zombie. You could.
You know, I haven't seen you this excited about the pumpkin patch in a few years. So.
I hated this place growing up. Every year, pumpkin pie, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin this, pumpkin spice that. You know, pumpkin jam spread on your sandwiches. Everything was pumpkin, everything, every day.
If there's one thing Zimbabwe taught me, and sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone, you know? Sometimes you gotta wear different clothes or try different cuisine. I tried a hot dog with mustard on it there.
That's so novel. See, you're so worldly.
Stop it. All right. Why don't you work up some ideas, and we'll try to introduce a little bit of scariness into the pumpkin patch.
Oh, I'm on it, Jim. I'm on it.
All right. Yes.
It's good, isn't it? Good night out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Warm for my taste.
Too warm?
Too warm. October's supposed to be a lot colder. Supposed to cuddle up with a warm blanket.
Well, the one I'm making will be ready in a couple of weeks. By that time, you'll need it. So I guess we're just not going to talk about the elephant in the living room? Or should I say in the attic?
Well, Marla, you might as well have at it.
Have at it. Interesting choice of words. Well, your grandmother, my grandmother, your great-grandmother, well, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, is here to stay. Think of it as a gift, an inheritance of sorts. I inherited your great-grandmother.
Is that normal?
No, not at all. But I don't know if you remember my mother. You certainly do. She was an odd woman. And, well, no one that she would predecease. My grandmother, her mother, she wrote her in the will.
You know what? I'm fine. We got married, you had to deal with my family's strange traditions. Like, for example, my family, we put butter on our sandwiches, and your family stores their dead in the attic.
I never knew that you could taxidermy a person.
Well, about that, that still needs to be done. And first of all, Jeb, I so appreciate your support of me in this.
Marla, I know that your grandma was important to you.
She was. She had a little temper about her, but she was sassy. And I like sass. I like sass a lot.
Yeah, she passed it down to you.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be here if it weren't for some of that sass.
No.
Cassie, just think of this as a bonding experience.
A family that taxidermies together stays together.
And you know what? One day you might even have an opportunity to do that to your own mother.
Well, you know, I would be so proud. And you know what? Someday, I'm going to live in your attic.
Can't wait.
Well, that's good to hear that you can't wait.
Well, not that I want you dead or anything.
Well,
I want you very much alive, but... Can I not keep you in my attic, though? Maybe in the shed out back?
Well, who knows? By
Cassie,
that time,
you seem a little apprehensive about the idea.
Most of my friends have cool hobbies with their parents. They go see movies, they go to bowling. I just didn't think my cool thing with my parents would be taxidermy.
well, then it's a novelty. That will bring you much popularity with your teenage friends.
That's what
They
teenagers
like
love.
someone who's real different,
You-
doesn't do the same things they do.
Cassie, let me tell you a little story about when I was a kid. Come on, you used to like this one when you were little. Don't go inside.
Oh, this is a good one.
Now, when I was little, growing up near a swamp, you know, my family, we were swamping folk. And I would go in there every morning. You know the words. And when I got to school, all the kids, they thought I smelled like, well, sulfur and whatnot. And at first, they didn't really like me. They called me names. They called me sticky eggs and, you know, other hurtful things. But I learned to embrace it. You know, I would strut into school with my swampy bottoms, dripping. And people, they saw that I was happy. I knew who I was. And they started to embrace that. And then it became a trend. All the kids wanted swampy bottoms. A lot of sogginess, a lot of infections down there, but it became cool. And I think, Cassie, if you learn to embrace this part of your heritage, then people will come to like it as well.
In fact, you know, I fell in love with his soggy bottom in high school. You can meet the man of your dreams. Just let people know that you're taxiderming your grandmother.
All right, you convinced me. Let's do it.
I can't believe it. A chicken? A real live chicken?
Oh yeah, we're gonna pick him up tomorrow. I can't wait.
That's amazing. Tell me the whole story. I want to hear the whole story.
All right, here's how it all happened. I was holding my ticket. I had just paid $5. $5 for this chicken raffle. And I was sure there was no chance that I would win a chicken. And so I was kind of hovering around the back. And, you know, potlucks, everybody stands around those tables with all the dishes on them, and I was behind everybody, and I was thinking, there's no chance, there's no chance. And then they started reading off my numbers, one by one. 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting excited at that point because there's only 2 numbers left. And there they were, 8 and 3 again. And then I didn't believe it at first, and I had to pinch myself. And I said, "It's me! I got the ticket!" And there I was. I just plowed through all the ladies in front of the potluck table, and I went right up in front. And there, Reverend Jack was there, and he handed me my certificate for a live chicken.
Oh, I can't believe it!
feel like this.
May I pass?
Yes, please come in.
Thank you. It's me, Reverend Jack.
Well,
Reverend Jack.
Yes.
Yeah.
we were just talking about how excited we were about the live chicken that Emma won.
Yes, the live chicken. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you two. The chicken's alive, but it's lost.
What do you mean?
We have lost the chicken. We thought we had closed the cage, but indeed we did not. It escaped, and we only found this, a single feather. It's white, like a chicken. We couldn't find any other clues. There were no footprints of a chicken. There were no footprints of a human that might have taken the chicken. All we know is that God removed that chicken from my grasp and thus from yours as well.
Reverend Jack, this is very troubling news. I was just telling Ned how much this means to us.
I know.
We've been down on our luck for so long, and this was the one thing that really brightened our world.
I know, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but don't worry, the town will gather round and look for this chicken for you. I promise we will find it.
Thank you.
Don't despair.
Thank you for letting us know, Reverend.
Of course.
I guess it was foolish of me to even think that our luck might turn around. I guess I've never brought you nothing but bad luck, huh, Emma?
Now, Ned, don't talk that way.
Well, remember last year when you won the hog? That went missing too.
I know, and it never showed up.
The year before that, when you won that pet pit bull? Missing.
We only found the one hair.
Ned, that's not your fault. You had nothing to do with the disappearances of all of those animals. You were sitting here the whole time. You had nothing to do with it.
It is no one's fault, certainly not the church's either. All I'm saying is that we will gather together as a town, and we will find this for you. We all care for you.
Well, that means a lot to me, Reverend. And I'll tell you, if we find that chicken, when we find that chicken, I want to make it the most brilliant and beautiful coop. I want to dress it up with all kinds of pretty flowers, and I want to paint it. I want to make it real pretty.
Emma, I don't know how you manage to keep your spirits up at a low time like this.
Well, Ned, I'm just on the edge. I could start crying at any minute.
No, Emma, don't do that. I mean, isn't that what we learn from the Bible, Reverend? We learn that just when your last chicken is gone, that's when you need to give up all of your worldly ambitions and trust that the good Lord will protect us.
Yes, Corinthians 4:92.
You're so right, Ned. You know, when I first fell in love with you, it was that optimism, that glint of hope in your eyes that really just made my heart flutter.
I tell you, Emma, I promise you right now, here before that representative of God, I promise you that I am going to somehow make your life the beautiful thing I said it would be when you accepted me. I know it hasn't worked out yet, but we're going to stick together, Emma, because I need you. And I am boastful enough to think that you might need me too.
Oh, Ned, I need you. I love you, and I would be just destitute without you.
Well, I say we go out right now and start looking for that chicken.
Where's that hair? I mean, that feather.
Here you are.
Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to find that chicken, Ned. Come hell or high water. Sorry, Reverend.
Hell is a word we say all the time.
Come on, man.
Jim,
Marianne.
you're back.
Hi. Yeah.
Wow, you look so good.
Thanks. I got these seeds in Zimbabwe, and Well, I got them from a shaman, and he told me that they work best when planted under a full moon, so...
Wow. You went all the way to Zimbabwe. I got your letters.
Yeah, well, after we broke up, Marianne, I just needed a little time.
It's a year.
Yeah, I know. Right after Halloween last year, when we didn't make our nut on the pumpkin patch, and you broke up with me because I said I wasn't ready to commit to marriage. Well, I had to get out of town. I needed to find myself.
Go on.
Well, when I was there, I saw a lot of things. And I learned a lot, and I did some soul searching, but on nights like this, well, I'd go out and I'd stare at the moon, and I'd wonder if you were back home, staring up at that same moon.
I was.
And I realized that I am ready to commit to you now. And, well, if you'll take me back and forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. I want you back. I looked up at that moon every night, and I wondered what you were doing in Zimbabwe. And I thought if I could only find my way there, but I don't know where it is on a map. So I was hoping you'd come back and stay.
It's on the east coast of Africa.
I don't even know where that is. But I waited, and I wrote you back, and I put Zimbabwe, wherever that is, on the envelope.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you that I was back in town. I was going to stop by your place tomorrow, but what brings you out to our farm this late at night?
Well, I come to this farm every night, and I guess last night I heard you were back, and I thought if I was going to find you, it would be here. But I came back here every single night because I knew that this had to keep going, and I wanted it to be perfect for you when you got back.
This is like music to my ears. I'm going to grow these special pumpkins, and we're going to make more money. Like Dennis has got this idea to bring stereo. Oh God! Dennis!
Every night.
It's me! What do you think about the makeup?
Oh, you scared me half to death.
Yeah, this is the makeup for the show for the kids.
Real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I almost had a heart attack.
I put oatmeal and patches of strawberry jam. It looks wonderful.
It's amazing.
The kids are going to love... Oh, Marianne.
Come on, you knew I was here. You just scared me half to death.
Yeah, she was just telling me how she used to come here every night.
Yeah. It's really good to see you.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
Jim's back.
He sure is.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it's really exciting.
I know. You know, I'd come here every night hoping he was going to be back.
I know.
And we have great news. She said that, well, I told her that I was ready to settle down and commit. And she told me that she was open to that. We're going to get back together. And once we make all the money on this pumpkin patch, we'll have enough to have the fanciest wedding that Aardvark, Alabama has ever seen.
Isn't that exciting?
And we'll get married right here.
Yes.
Right here.
Right here when we finish growing these pumpkins. Isn't it exciting, Dennis?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dennis, you can get out of character now. You look a little dead.
It's my foot hurts. I'm walking around with the kids and helping them trick or treat and all. It's good to see you, though, Mary. Congratulations to you too.
Let's grow some pumpkins.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the instructions here said that you have to inject it with formaldehyde. Okay. It says, be sure not to hit an artery. Okay.
Formaldehyde. Now what do we do?
I think I'm going to open some windows.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so it says right here that you're supposed to inject evenly across the corpse, being careful not to hit an artery. Simple enough, right?
Oh, Grandma!
Oh,
I can't do it!
Marla, come here. It's okay.
I love her so much!
Mom, it's okay. You'll always have her here.
I only wish there was a way that she weren't dead. If only there was a way to bring her back to life.
Okay. So she's gone, but we can make her look lifelike again. It even says we can replace her eyeballs with balls of glass.
Oh! Honey, I think I need you to do this by yourself.
No, this was supposed to be a family thing, right? We're supposed to do it together.
I didn't know it was going to be so painful. I mean, can you imagine if this were me on the table and you were having to do it?
Marla,
Don't
just
smile.
think about how full of a life that your grandma had. I mean,
102 years old.
yeah, Shirley, why don't you tell us a story about her so we can, get to know her better?
It'll be easier this way. You know, Grandma was born in a very far-off country called Zanikia. Somewhere in East Africa, but I'm not exactly sure where. It was hard times there, and she, as a 12-year-old, and this was almost 100 years ago, 90-something years ago, and she, by herself, jumped on a boat and came to America.
You've never told us a story before.
Well, it's time now.
And then what happened?
The boat trip was hard. She almost didn't survive. She came down with some horrible illness, and she almost died except for the help of some strange man. She never knew who he was, but he helped her on that boat stay alive. And when she got off, she was adopted basically by a family. And she found that she had a wonderful talent. As you know, you've heard her. She was a great, great operatic singer. Oh, and she was gorgeous, and the men loved her. They just loved her. And she loved them too. A lot. But she lived such a great life, and she was a role model to me. My own mom was not like her mother, but I like to think that I am. She was a spunky, spunky, sassy lady. And she looked a lot like you.
Like me?
Yeah, she had the red hair. I miss her a lot. She kept sharp until the end.
Isn't there an old photograph of her around here somewhere?
Yeah, I keep it with the formaldehyde.
Let me get a good look at that. Huh. Cassie, your mother is right. You are the spitting image of her, almost as you have been reincarnated, if that were a thing.
If that was a thing. Wow, she was beautiful. Mom, do you think I have any of great-grandma in me like you do?
Probably more.
And then I just came out here, back in the shed area, and there it was, dead. The chicken, it's dead. And bloody, and all splayed out and cut up into little nuggets.
It looks like some of it's been taken away, and are those teeth marks around its beak?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before. Emma, I don't know what's going on. Everything was supposed to be so good. You won the raffle. You were going to get a chicken. And then look what happened to it. I'm afraid that's some kind of ill omen, Emma.
Don't even say such a thing, Ned.
Ill omen.
No!
I'm sorry, Emma, but what else could it mean? Maybe it means that horrible things are going to happen.
Ned?
Maybe horrible things are going to happen to us.
Ned, don't start now.
Well, it's just looking at that chicken. I don't know, Emma. It kind of makes me feel feelings I've never felt before. It makes me have thoughts I've never thought before.
Oh, Ned, what's going on with
I
you?
don't know, but it's just affecting me, Emma. I mean, maybe there's going to be trouble.
Well, maybe we just need to bury that chicken nicely and give it a funeral.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it alone.
Well, Ned, that's real manly of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed it. Okay.
I think I'll take it off into the woods over there and bury it. Why don't you go back to the house?
Okay, Ned. You be careful, Ned.
Yeah, I'll be real careful.
My.
Reverend? Yes, child? I know it's after hours at the church, but I have a confession to make. Can I please go in the confession booth with you?
Of course, son.
It's a little slippery here.
Yes, we just washed it. You'd be surprised the kind of tears.
Smells like bleach.
Yes, very, very dirty tears. Go on.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Continue.
It's been 60 days since my last confession.
60.
Yes. It's been a while.
It's been 30 days more than last time.
I'm a good boy.
You
Reverend.
sure? Yes.
I wish to be with another man's fiancée.
Go on.
I love them both. They're both very dear to me. And I feel a lot of shame and guilt for these emotions, but I can't help it, Reverend. I've loved her ever since I was able to even know what the word love means.
Yes.
And I found out just yesterday. And I'm so close to the other man that nonetheless I still find myself having violent thoughts to get rid of him so that I can be with her. And he's had everything. He's a worldly man, well-educated, good-looking, tall. I always felt like the lesser brother. I mean, man.
Son, let me tell you a story. You see, when Jesus walked the earth, he was tempted by many things on this sinful earth. Yes? And he walked the path, and he continued walking the path, ignoring these temptations. And yes, they may have been strong, and yes, it might have been difficult for him to do it. But, son, you have to push all of these feelings down. Do you understand?
Yeah, but look what happened to him. Maybe if he didn't allow his emotions to be buried inside, he would have had different results. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe it's better to take the left-hand path. The path of retribution, the path of getting your knees, the path of indulgence, Reverend. I've been on the path of righteousness my entire life, and look what it got me, nothing.
Son, there's a line between confession and concerning things.
Reverend, I'm not here for you to judge me. I just want you to listen.
Look, I'm not judging you.
Say your goddamn Hail Marys. Let me get the hell out of here. I'm sorry, Reverend.
I think you're the one that has to say the Hail Marys.
I'm sorry, Reverend. My mind is going left and right.
That's quite all right.
My heart screams one thing, but my loins scream another. And they scream loud, Reverend.
I understand, son. I understand. Trust me. I also had feelings for someone back in my day.
Really?
Yes. You know I'm very old, yes?
Yes.
A little bit older than you would think by looking at me.
Well, how old are you, Reverend?
You don't want to know. The point is that there was a woman. She was beautiful. She came from a faraway place. And on a boat. You see, and well, when she got here, she was a little lost. Well, I found her. And I helped her find a family, you see. But throughout all those years, after seeing her, I could not keep her out of my mind. And if it wasn't for my celibate promise to God, I would have found out what she, you know, what was up, as the kids say. But, as I mentioned before, you must walk the path. You must push those feelings down, son.
And what if I don't want to push them down, Reverend? What if the feelings come out and burst through me and transform me into something else?
Then you punish yourself.
Punish myself? I thought God would do such a thing. I have to punish myself? That sounds better than God punishing me, I think.
Well, that's the first step. There are several steps to the punishment. So, do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Be weak and be trampled over and never have your hearts and desires truly met. Push them down and grow old and alone like you.
Carla, still my... So the results came in. I told you that I ordered that DNA test kit because I was all interested in what we were talking about.
Yeah?
Anyway, I found out something you might find interesting. Can I get you a glass of sweet tea?
Sure, honey. Oh, are you trying to make me suspenseful? Come on, tell me.
Well, I thought maybe I'd bring you out here onto the porch and let you know that I looked up Cassie's DNA and it revealed something about you and your parentage.
Yeah?
Did you know that the town reverend is your grandfather?
What?
Don't worry about that.
Reverend is...
I thought he had, sworn an oath not to...
I thought they couldn't do that.
Yeah, I thought that too. And apparently, your sassy granny got it on with the reverend.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm not surprised about Granny, but the Reverend. I think I need to go confront him.
What do you think you'll say?
I'll tell him what I know, and I'll ask him about my grandmother and what the relationship was, and
I invited him onto the porch.
I came out of the house.
Reverend, thank you for coming, and I just wanted you to... Do you want some sweet tea?
I would love some sweet tea.
I bet you would.
I imagine you must have a lot of questions. Thank you.
Oh, so you know I know.
That's why I was invited.
Oh, well, tell me all about her. Grandpa! Grandpa!
Yes.
Oh, Grandpa!
There.
I've lost a
Maybe I should give you two some space. Just gonna go and make another fresh batch of that stuff.
Thanks.
Thanks, honey. Tell me everything, Grappy.
Well, you know...
Can I sit on your lap?
Somehow that feels inappropriate. Go on. You see, your grandmother, Carlotta, she was a gem.
Oh, she was?
Yes. You know, when she was younger, she used to make socks.
Did she knit them?
No.
With her own hands?
No.
Oh.
She sewed them
Oh.
from the entrails of piglets.
Oh.
They were gorgeous, very, very, very professional.
Well, she was very creative.
She was. But she was the love of my life.
Oh.
But you know, we had to keep our relationship in secret.
Well, I'm sure you did.
Yes, as you know, I'm a reverend,
I did
a
know.
priest.
I did know.
We make an oath to God not to get it on. But your grandmother, Carlotta, she had an energy to her. Some spark.
Kind of.
Yes. Exactly.
So glad I got to meet you.
And you know, I'm so glad that I got to meet you finally. I knew she was pregnant with my child. And I'm sorry to say that
Well, you knew?
I did. I'm sorry to say that I wasn't a part of your life because, well...
You knew?
Yes.
And you just left her.
Well, you don't
You
understand.
just left my grandmother after you impregnated her.
It's not that easy.
That really pisses me off.
I understand
Come on.
you're upset. I understand it. What is wrong with you, child?
I am so glad I got to meet you. Before I have to kill you.
You demon! No!
I hate when they run away. I'll get you.
Marla, something's different about you. What happened with the Reverend? He ran past me, I spilled my sweet tea. Got me all soggy in my bottoms. Honey, are you all right?
All right. You see?
I got cut by the glass and I'm all
Oh
bloody.
my God!
What are you doing?
I need you! No!
And so it begins.
More breaking news. Police have been receiving more panic phone calls regarding zombies. A few missing person cases have been reported in our little town, as well as more grotesque animal mutilations, where animals have been found half-eaten, dismembered, torn, skinned alive, and severely cuddled. Police are advising that all residents stay indoors until further notice. I, for one, plan on going home to my delicious wife and child in order to enjoy a delicious meal. More news at 11.
Oh, hey, Cassie, happy Halloween.
Hey, Jim, how's the pumpkin patch?
Just getting ready for tonight. You doing a little last-minute candy shopping?
Yeah, Mom and Dad always forget to get the good stuff. They always get Tootsie Rolls and candy corn.
I think I remember that from trick-or-treating on your street when I was a kid. Hey, while I was in Zimbabwe, I was pen pals with Marianne a little bit, and she told me about your great-grandmother. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Thank you.
So, say, she's buried out in the cemetery on Old Murphy Road, or?
No, she is, taxidermied in my attic.
Good one. You're serious?
Yeah, that was her wish, my grandmother's wish for my great-grandma to be somehow kept alive. I don't get it fully, but I realized I'm really good with dead bodies.
Cassie, that's really weird.
My parents thought it made me really cool and have lots of friends.
I don't think so. You know, when I was in Zimbabwe, I learned that, dead bodies are kind of sacred, and, well, they bury their dead bodies right away. You do not want to leave a dead body above ground because, a dead body left above ground is just going to attract predators. It's a bad omen, is all I'm trying to say.
You believe in that kind of stuff?
Well, normally I don't, but I don't know, there's been these weird news reports.
Can't take everything you hear on the news seriously.
I guess so. Small town gossip, right?
Right.
Oh, hey! I'm engaged to Marianne.
She didn't tell me that.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh, congratulations!
Thank you.
That's amazing!
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Well, it was the funniest thing. I was out in the patch just the other night, burying some last-minute pumpkin seeds. Special breed from Zimbabwe. They're going to be a hit this year. And, well, apparently she's been coming by the farm every night because she missed me so bad.
Oh. So,
Why do you say it like that?
No, just out of curiosity, was Dennis there?
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, he's been holding down the farm for me while I was gone.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'm happy for you and Marianne. I'm sure Dennis is just as happy as I am.
Well, he seems to be, but I can't help but detect a little sarcasm.
No, sarcastic? Me? Never. Hey, I have to go. I have to get the candy home to my parents.
Wait, hold on a second. Is something going on with Dennis and Marianne?
I mean, Marianne's one of my closest friends.
Yeah, I know. Why, you're looking kind of sweaty and nervous. Cassie, what's going on?
No, Marianne loves you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I gotta go. My parents are waiting for me.
Reverend.
Okay.
Yes? Do you mind if I talk to you?
No. What is the matter? You're not gonna do this and start growling?
Why on earth would I?
That woman,
My granddaughter.
Reverend, what is the matter?
Are you Pentecostal? What does that mean? Why are you acting like this?
Because she's something else. She's a demon from hell.
What? What are you talking about? Just tell me, please.
I don't know. You know the reports from the news outlets that say that there are zombies in this town?
Well, yeah.
I think my granddaughter is one of them.
What did you see?
It was her, but it wasn't. Her cheek. Her arm. And her fingers. Pointy. Like bones.
Do you think all of this zombie stuff is real then?
I do. I really do.
Oh God. That makes what I was going to tell you even more frightening and concerning.
What? Cheek? Arm? Very concerning. More concerning?
Reverend, I've done some bad things lately. I've done three bad things. That's why I came to find you. Even though we're not in your confessional, I thought I could confess to you. Because if I tell you something, you can't tell anybody, right?
Yes, it's person confidentiality, of course.
Even if it's really bad.
Even if it's really bad.
Well, you remember how that chicken went missing?
I do remember. We only found the one feather. I still have it.
I found it. It was dead. And when I saw it lying there, I don't know what happened, but something came over me. Something like a calling. And so I gathered it up and I went to bury it in the backyard, and that wasn't good enough. So I took it further away. And as I was walking further away, I passed that house, you know, where those crazy people keep that dead woman up in the attic.
That's a woman I love, but go on.
A woman you love?
Yes.
She's dead.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is going to make what I have to tell you even more terrible then.
What?
I stole the body.
You stole Carlotta?
I didn't know that was her name, but yes.
Why on earth would you steal her?
That's what I'm telling you, I don't know. It just was an urge that came over me. I had the dead chicken in one hand, and I buried it, and I felt the calling, so I went to the house and I took Carlotta, if that's her name.
That is her name, yes.
And I went to the pumpkin patch. They're doing something different with it this year. It used to be such a nice pumpkin patch. Just pumpkins and a little hay labyrinth, maybe, to walk through. It wasn't really hard. It was all right turns. But now, it looks so frightening with all kinds of horrible imagery. I don't know what came over me, but I just started digging with my claws. And
Claws?
I mean, fingers.
Go on.
And I buried the bodies. And I felt a power. I felt something surging within me. Whoa!
All right, go on.
Well, what's that?
Holy water.
Are you Catholic?
Yes.
And all I know is that it's made me want to do more. I've never felt like this, Reverend. I've never felt this strong and powerful. You see, all my life I've been Bad Luck Ned. When I was a little kid, you know what they called me?
Bad luck, Ned.
Yeah. And then when I got a little bit older and went to college, do you know what they called me there?
Bad luck, Ned.
Yeah, same thing. But then I met Emma. And I thought that would turn everything around. She was the only one who ever loved me. She looked at me and she saw something lovable. And I thought for sure she would be able to reform me. But I don't know, I guess there's something just so deep and dark and terrible within me that I'm beyond reform. Oh, Reverend.
It's just a cross.
Do you think I might be one of those zombies? Do you think that's what's happening? Is there a zombie inside of me that's going to come out and I don't even know it?
I'm afraid there's nothing in my book that could explain what is happening to you.
Not both of the books?
Neither the old nor the new.
Is there another book?
There is. Come.
Where?
Down the stairs.
How many stairs are there?
Don't count. You'll go fast. Here we are.
Is this under your house?
Yes.
but it looks like some type of dungeon or something. It's just a basement.
Oh, you should have it fixed up then. Let's see here.
There is this book. In the year 2023, in the month of October, on the day of the 31st.
That's today.
That is today. There will be a revelation. Sorry, a revelation of creatures of the night that will come out and hunt their prey as their prey.
Hunt their prey as their prey?
It's what it says. I never understood it.
Is it deep or just redundant?
I don't know. I have studied this book for years, and I've never stumbled into an answer. But maybe what you seek is there. Maybe the answer to whether or not you are one of them is in that book. Feel free to take it.
I don't suppose there's any way out other than up those stairs.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Dennis, I have something to ask you.
Didn't expect you to come to the pumpkin patch.
I love it here, you know that. Listen, will you be my best man? I know Jim is your brother, and you would be his best man, but you and I have been such good friends and so close this past year. Isn't that exciting? We're going to get married. Dennis? Dennis?
You never understood? At all the times, the 1 year that you and I spent almost every day together, what that meant for me?
Yes, and me too. It was wonderful. You're such a good friend. You gave me hope about Jim. You told me he loved me and would come back. It sustained me for so long.
I know. At first it was friendly. But the more I spent time with you, and the more I shared, and the more you shared with me, and who am I kidding? Marian, I loved you ever since I was 12.
Well, I love you too. We're
No.
best friends.
Love. The kind where it makes me stay up at night. The kind where my heart flutters every time I even think about you. That kind of love. The love where I want to put a ring on your finger. But of course my brother, he beat me to it. Like he beat me to everything else in life. He was the firstborn, and he'll get the first of everything, and I'm always going to get the second, the hand-me-downs. Not women, of course, I'm not trying to say that.
Dennis, you never let on to me. You came to the pumpkin patch every night when I was here, and you consoled me when I would cry for Jim. And
Yeah, it's my fault. I was too much of a coward. So, cat's out of the... Jim,
I'm back with the candy.
how long were you standing there?
Long enough.
You heard everything?
That's right. Let me just come completely out of this corn maze. What's the meaning of this, Dennis?
I've loved ever since I was 12.
This This is a huge betrayal.
It's not my idea. I didn't ask for this. And I loved her first. You were with all the other girls and girlfriends, and I only had my eyes on her.
We were dating, and then we broke up. I was so crushed I went to Zimbabwe.
I know!
And then while I'm gone, well, you just try to hone in.
I didn't hone in.
Oh, you and your big ideas.
What?
Just try to change everything. I'm trying to change Dad's pumpkin patch.
What the hell was you? I took care of this town. And this pumpkin patch is the family of Mom. And she hasn't been seen for a few days either. That's a little weird. But I didn't do anything wrong, and I didn't act on my feelings. Sure, of course I want to. Sometimes I imagine awful things.
Dennis?
Yeah?
All this time I'd sit at this pumpkin patch every night. And while I was thinking about Jim coming back, I couldn't wait for you to come and spend the evening with me, and we'd talk, and we'd share stories, and we talked about our lives, and
our futures. Where do you want to be in 5 years, in 10? And I always said I wanted a family with someone that I trust and knew and grew up with.
it was the same dream that I had. I wanted a family and somebody that, oh my God.
What?
Now hold on just a second.
What are you saying?
All this time it was you. I'm in love with you.
What you... Yes! Yes!
You left, Jim. You had to find yourself in Zimbabwe, and Dennis came every day. And he took care of me, and we worked on the pumpkin patch for you, so we have something for you to come back to. And I don't know what happened, but I fell in love with you too.
Listen, you sure of this?
Yes.
Reverend! Yes, it's me, Reverend. We must go. You must come to my house, to my basement.
What?
What are you talking about, Reverend? There are demons. There are zombies in this town. It's just the decorations. We're trying something new. No! Cheek, poof, arm, poof, fingers.
Oh my God!
Reverend, have you been drinking the holy water again?
No, stop! Listen to me. We must go to my basement. It is enclosed. It is safe. We'll be together, all of us.
Let's go. He's scaring me. We need to go.
I'm not going to leave the pumpkin patch.
Well, I'm going to go. Please, Dennis. Please, come.
Sure. Let's go, Reverend. You can stay here. And then I came back here. But, I mean, look at the book. It's as plain as day, Emma. On that day, he will rise a demon as a demon.
Ned, I don't care about your book. You know what I care about? I care about you and me. And when I saw you with that other woman. I did, holding her in your arms.
Emma, she was dead.
What are you talking about?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. That was that old grandma that crazy family keeps up in their attic.
Well, now I'm even more disgusted with you right now. What are you doing? Going out on a date with a dead woman? Taking her to the pumpkin patch to walk around that maze with her when I was sitting home alone, scared about the zombies and...
Emma, you don't understand. There's something happening to me. I need to go away. I can't be near you, Emma. I don't know if I'm going to be able to control myself, and I'm afraid it's going to place you in danger.
Well, Ned, you know I haven't spent a night away from you since we got together. How could you possibly want to spend your time away from me?
To protect you from me.
What are you talking about?
I think I'm possessed by a demon, or I think I'm one of those zombies
People are dying. There are more animals being found dead all the time. Sometimes I've been waking up and not knowing how I got out into a field. All of this has happened in a very short, condensed amount of time, Emma. But it's happening. And I'm afraid that I might be one of those zombies.
Oh, Ned, I think you're just stressed out. Darling, you've been so worried about that chicken. And you were out late and you didn't come home.
I buried the chicken with the dead woman.
Oh, Ned. Okay, take this book. I don't want it in my house. But I want you to know that I'm just going to be here waiting for you until you decide that you're okay.
And I'm going to try very hard not to turn into a zombie and eat you.
Please don't say that, Ned. Oh, my goodness.
Cassie? Cassie, are you home?
Hi.
Hey, I'm sorry to barge in on you like this, Cassie, but I didn't know where else to go. My head is all mixed up, and I know you give the best advice, Cassie.
You must have talked to Jim. I saw him over at the grocery store just now.
He knows, Cassie. And Mary Ann says she's in love with me. You're her best friend, and Jim is my brother, and I don't want to tear this friendship and family apart. That's why I came here.
She finally told you.
Yeah.
She would always tell me, he's just my best friend. And I was like, I think it's a little bit more than that. And she'd say, no, I love Jim, but he's in Zimbabwe. And I would say, I think it's a little bit more like than that with Dennis.
Yeah.
So why are you here then, instead of with her?
Because I need to feed. You see, Cassie, being in this corporeal form, trying to feign love, it takes the energy out of me. I needed someone, a human body to feed on so that I can go about my business.
Today's your unlucky day because there's no human here.
I need to feed soon. How is it that have you fed yet?
I saw my dead dad here. I don't know who killed him, but I ate the rest of him, and he tasted like soggy bottoms.
I can still smell his flesh on you. I need to go, and I require your help. This woman, Mary Ann, she is unique, and I wish to bond with her forever.
You don't want to eat her.
No, I will take care of that Jim, though. I will savor each morsel of his flesh.
I'll help you.
Very good.
It's just through here. Come on.
Reverend. How long is this stairwell?
Don't. Here we go. Close the trap door. This is it. We're safe for now.
This is so scary.
Yes.
Why didn't Dennis come?
I don't know, but... Reverend,
Yes, Jim.
we have some news. I guess the wedding's off.
But you booked it. No refund.
I know you're...
There's more important things.
What's going on? As we were running through town, it seemed like the world had gone mad. I mean, there were people running through the streets.
I don't know. All I know is that there is a book. And the book says that on the year 2023, the month of October, and the day of the 31st, yes, that's today, he shall rise and as himself.
Who is he?
I don't know. I don't understand the book. It just says that over and over in different ways.
Well, it must be God. You're a God guy. Why wouldn't you know that?
Yeah, there are 2 books written about God. This one isn't one of them.
Are you Jewish?
All right, maybe more books were written about God. But this one isn't one of them. All right? This came from the archives of the Vatican.
You've got more pull than I thought, Reverend.
Yes, you don't know I'm a very old person. Very, very old.
That explains his rates.
And well, I have lived through a lot, including a life in the Vatican. And I learned some things that I couldn't explain.
So we have to stay down here because of this rising?
That's right. We must stay here because we must survive.
Wait. This is crazy. Reverend, there's been all these news reports. Missing animals, missing people, zombies. Do you mean to tell me there's some...
Reverend, are you in there? Are you down there?
Yes, come on down.
Reverend,
Yes.
I'm good. I'm not a zombie. I'm not a demon.
Wait.
Stop doing that!
Good. Son, I knew it.
I read the book, and I thought I was evil somehow, so I took another test. I killed a calf, and I drank its blood. It was disgusting. I threw up right there.
Good.
Well, don't you understand? That means I'm not a zombie. I'm perfectly safe.
Right, of course.
Oh! Emma. I was so excited to come and tell you that I forgot that I told her I was leaving. She's out there alone with all of the stuff going on.
Well, we need to get her.
And Dennis too. As pissed off as I am at that idiot right now, we should probably make sure he's safe.
And we'll talk, Jim, I promise. Let's go get him.
Come right back here when you're done.
All right.
So, did you mean what you said back there at the pumpkin patch? You and Dennis? You're really in love with him?
I don't know how it happened. He spent every day with me for a year, Jim. I can't subsist on a letter from you when you're just trying to find yourself and not finding your way back here.
You know, when you confessed your love to him, I saw red for a second. It reminded me of being on the savannah and seeing this pack of lions set upon the zebra and just whip it to shreds. But then I saw the look in your eyes and the look in Dennis's eyes, and if you're really in love with each other, then I won't stand in your way.
Jim,
I'm happy for you. It wasn't meant to be. The timing didn't work out.
it didn't. I spent that whole year soul-searching as well. And every day, there's Dennis. Every day, he brings me lunch. Every day, we sit and we talk about our loves, our hopes, our dreams. And we shared that with each other over and over and over again.
Over and over again.
Dennis.
I thought I'd find you here in the church.
Thank God you're okay. Have you seen what's going on out there? The Reverend told us.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, there's blood on your shirt. Are you all right?
What happened?
Oh.
We're okay.
Oh, Cassie!
I missed you so much.
I'm so happy to see you. We were going to find you after we talked for 2
This
hours.
is I found a dead deer on the road, and I tried to move it out of the way. They wouldn't let the car go, so that's deer blood.
God.
Mary, it's not safe here. We need to go find someplace.
Yeah, go take her. Go take her.
Take her back to the Reverend's. He's got a basement.
Help me, Jim.
Sure. Yeah. Oh. no. I knew we grew up Catholic, going to confession here, but to be honest, this place always kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Me too.
I mean, this guy, he dies and he comes back to life, and we're just supposed to think he's the... Dennis, would you stop goofing off here? I'm trying to have a moment with you, okay? I get it, okay? We can have the pumpkin patch. You treat me like you want to have the pumpkin patch, all right? Oh my God, that makeup is really convincing. But I'm serious. I'm trying to have a moment, okay? Dennis.
I'm not your brother.
Oh my God.
I took over his form.
Come on, stop goofing off now.
Moving off.
Yeah.
Your superstitions have no place here, human.
Help!
No use,
Help!
Jam the door closed.
No!
Is there something you need to tell me or show me?
It's me, your brother!
Dennis is dead!
Remember all those days working the pumpkin patch?
I have the memories.
Mom and Dad!
Mom and Dad.
Oh my God, what happened to Mom?
I ate her.
No!
Yeah.
You monster! No! Oh!
Come here. That was easy.
Stay back!
Let me do it again.
No! I can't just stand around here. Ow! I invited her.
I'm here.
I didn't even hear you come down the stairs.
I'm wearing these soft-toed shoes.
I was afraid.
Are you okay, man?
Yes, I am. Emma,
Where did you go? What did you do?
I had to, drink calf's blood. It's a long story, but the bottom line is I'm okay. I'm a normal person who just drinks calf's blood. What?
Holy water. Just making sure.
Reverend, are you there?
Yes, we are.
You have to let them in. We have to let everyone who's still human in.
Come in. Come in. Come down the stairs. There you are.
Welcome to my basement.
Oh, gosh. You're all here. Where's Dennis? Where's Jim?
Look, we have to stay safe. I don't know what's going on out there anymore, but we need to stay together now.
Yes. Oh, find Jim. Find Dennis. Where is he? Cassie? Where are they?
They'll be here. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here.
Are they not worried when you get outside? It's terrible.
All right, just relax. We just need to calm down. The Reverend is here. We're guarded by at least 52 stairs. We're fine.
What have you got there?
Beans. They're upon us. Reverend, don't you have a prayer you can say?
Yes, of course. Oh, Father, that is in heaven, please bless these beans. Sorry, I only know the one prayer.
The prayer for beans?
It can be changed into different food items. You just happen to have beans now.
And nothing about safe from zombies?
No.
Anything in the book?
No.
What kind of reverend are you?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean, reverends usually know more than one prayer, don't they?
Do you know how old I am?
No, to be honest, I don't. How the hell old are you?
Very old.
Old.
My memory is fleeting sometimes, all right?
Older than a normal human might live?
What? What are you suggesting?
How do we know that you're not one of those zombies? How do we know that that's not just normal water? How do we know that God isn't real?
That one's a hard one. But believe me, I've been the priest in this town since all of you were born.
Exactly how a zombie would infest this place, isn't it?
What? No, a zombie would bite a person and turn them into a zombie. Have you not? What?
Think a zombie would not know the difference between Pentecostal and Catholicism?
And Judaism.
Also, it's a religion.
I don't think you're a real reverend, you see. I think you're right, Ned. I think...
No!
What kind of reverend has beans?
Yes! It's a very normal food item.
Beans? Like from the pagan story of Jack and the Beanstalk?
Everything, I don't know how to prove this to you. All you must know is that I'm a human. A very, very old human.
He scares me.
I think we might have to tie him up.
No, what?
That's what we need to do.
No.
We need to tie him up.
Oh, God.
Quick, stuff his mouth with beans.
What? Take him out of the can, clear.
What?
Let me in! Is anyone over here?
Dennis!
Come in.
That's Dennis! Dennis! Are you okay?
Oh, you're all here. Thank God.
Dennis, thank God you're okay. Where's Jim?
Jim's dead.
No!
The zombie ate him. I saw it happen with my own eyes. It was a horde, an entire horde.
No!
He's one of them too.
You bastard!
Reverend, why is there a picture of you and my grandmother? You loved her.
Yes, I loved her. Wait, isn't that picture she dead or alive?
Why are we talking to him? We should kill him!
No, we can just shut him up with beans.
Wait a minute. Look at that picture. Cassie, that looks just like you.
That's so my mom said they look a lot like my grandma.
Look at that, Ned. Look at that. Wait a minute.
What is it?
Well, that's just really odd that you would look like her. And
Well, isn't that just DNA?
That's just genetics.
no, don't zombies just like
Zombies look like their grandmother.
That's right.
She's a zombie too. Get some canned good and put it in your mouth.
Listen, everyone. I don't know who's who and what's what. The whole thing is topsy-turvy, but we can't just lose our heads right now. We know that we're all definitely human beings here, yes?
Yes.
If you're a zombie, raise your hand. Simon says, raise your hand if you're a zombie. Okay? Listen, we gotta figure out a way to stay in here, bunker down. I don't see much more food here. There's only 2 cans of beans. We need to split up and go get some permission to come back here.
That's right. That's right.
Ned, you and me, let's just go.
Ned, don't go.
Emma, we've got to find some food or else we're just going to die here. You're
gonna
keep
leave
them prisoner. Whatever you do, don't untie those bonds.
Be careful, Ned.
Ned, come on, we gotta go.
Don't get hurt.
I love you, Emma.
I love you, Ned. Whatever you do, don't get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon with food.
Come back.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, this grocery store's abandoned. Good, grab a cart. Put whatever you can, bottle, water, everything.
Oh, this has so much sodium.
Listen, Ned, I want to tell you, I want to thank you for coming out here for me. It takes a brave soul to do this.
Of course.
I couldn't do this alone.
We have to stand together. There's zombies out there. If it's not for us human beings standing together, the whole world is lost.
That's right.
Oh! What are you doing?
I.
You fool!
Me.
Yes! You!
Pack of fools! There's no one here to help me.
Dennis! Followed you.
Stand back! Stand back! Retreat!
Dennis!
Richard,
Dennis!
I did love you.
Wait! Oh, you wait! I am Zenithia. And do you think I do not know? What is going on when I studied at the pumpkin patch for a year of my life? Training and picking pumpkins. And I stretch, and I practice everything about this physical form, and I find these two brothers wasting my time when I should have been training for this moment, and I only get this much time. I found a dead chicken. And do you know what I do with the feathers?
Marianne, look at me. I came back to my full human form. The man that you love. You wouldn't hurt me.
I'm here too. We were engaged. You wouldn't hurt us.
Feathers. Chicken feathers.
We fear you not, chosen one.
There will be a flight of slow motion fighting.
Damn.
All right, I'll take it out. What do you want to say?
Nothing to say.
We're innocent.
Please untie us.
Oh, please. I can't trust you. How? Well, Cassie.
I'm just a tiny itty-bitty girl.
Well, I guess that's true.
She's my great-granddaughter.
I just want to give my great-grandfather a hug.
That's all I want
That's all
before
I
we
want.
die.
I just want to give him a hug.
Please.
Well then, before Ned gets back, promise me that you'll get back in the chair and let me tie you back up again.
Yes, of course.
All right. Put these cans of beans away. Let's see.
Oh,
Hurry, please. I
Hurry.
want my great-grandfather.
thank you.
No, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
My great-granddaughter.
My great-grandfather.
I must have your power.
What's that? What's going on here?
We come from a long line of extras.
Emma! Wait! I'm coming!
Well, there's no time for it!
I should never have.
Dad, is that you?
Come up here. Emma, you look beautiful.
Oh, man. Could you hold my head? Oh, thank you. Dad, I listened to them and I untied them. I should have listened to you, Ned. It was them.
It's all right. You always had a good and believing heart, and in my heart, in my heart, I will always be there with you.
Oh, Dad, I love you. Oh, promise me you'll make a good home for a chicken one day.
Yeah.
Justice will be sweet.
It is you,
Yes.
the one who rises.
You know that I work out. You can tell them.
It's written in the book of ages.
But the book said a he. And that's where you lost it. Because I erased the S on every single page of that book. She rises. She rises. And I have chicken feathers. And I have these. And these. And these. Bless you, Father, for you have sinned.
Who are you?
I am from Zenithia. I am Marion, and I am the zombie killer.
Is there hope then?
Yes, there is hope, Ned.
And so, our story comes to an end, with the entire human civilization teetering on the brink between hope and survival. And so, we send you out, back into the normal world from which you came. But as you go, think carefully about who you trust and who you suspect and who you don't give a fair chance. Because you have now an entire possibility, a world of possibilities before you. An entire alphabet of opportunity in which A is for anyone might be a danger. And B is for but they might not. And Z is for zombie.
Great job.